Well, I
you're
mean they have, but
okay.
yeah, but not about
Well, hold on. Let me make sure I'm back on.
not
Yeah, I
about
think
that
I
shit.
gotta. What do you mean? Not about what shit?
Like about like there was this one chick was telling me about how she likes to do meth to help her with laundry and stuff because she has babies, so she gets tired, so she does meth to do laundry and chores.
But that has nothing to do with black culture, correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I'm just saying you said crazy shit. White
Yeah,
people have said crazy shit, but
yeah. But like the guy, oh no, I think he's just gonna not say anything. So recap the story, and then I want to explain. Apparently, America, the internet heard that we were talking bad about white people, so we got DC'd and disconnected. I went down to reach for a cord that I was worried about I was gonna step on and disconnect everything. I moved the cord and then everything disconnected anyway. So we've lost JC. He had a funny story about how he went in to buy one of these new expensive Apple watches from a retailer. I'm thinking that because we disconnected, that as soon as I disconnected, they disconnected. But
oh,
Nate
can you
said he
get in
heard
trouble for Twitch for smoking out of the bong?
no. You realize I'm
Or
drinking a beer, right?
no, yeah, but beer and smoking bong is different, aren't they?
I don't know why or how that would be a
Well,
thing.
I mean, because someplace you're not allowed to.
Oh, I think it's. I mean, they had women doing hot tub streams for a while there. But yeah, so
Oh, they
so
did? Like they were doing streams while they were in the hot tub?
yeah, like they were just doing random stuff. I was like,
Were
oh,
they
this is just
allowed?
ridiculous. I mean, it. They didn't crack down on it until this past.
Oh, so you're not allowed?
I don't know how they fixed the situation. I just know there's not
Like,
a
what
lot
did
of
they like? Can girls show their boobs or what?
nudity. No, like girls could walk around in like bra and panties, I guess.
Oh,
So all right. So finish up the JC story. He went into the Apple store. He asked them about to get the version in gunmetal. What
mm-hmm.
happened?
So the guy kept trying to give him cheap shit,
Uh huh.
and then when JC kept asking for expensive shit,
Uh huh.
the guy asked JC what he did for a living, like if he was an artist.
I say that? Like, oh, he probably thinks you're a rapper because you know about gunmetal.
And then JC was like, I work at the hospital. So the guy thought that was a doctor.
But did he ask? But besides him asking whether he was a rapper or something, was that did he like ask him anything bizarre?
I guess that was the bizarreness.
Being asked if you're a creative person, like I
Well,
always get
maybe.
that. I get that all the time. People ask me, "Hey, are you a musician?" I'm like, "No, I tell
Well, I mean,
jokes."
you live
Like,
in LA,
uh huh.
and I mean, you have the look like you do some reggae.
See, I always get asked if I know where the nearest dispensary or something is. I'm like, dude, I don't
Yeah.
smoke. I'm sorry.
Or they try to give you money because they think you're homeless.
Well, that was one of my stories that I will love to share on the podcast. So you said you have no stories other than this one about a woman who does meth
No, no, I'm just
in
saying.
laundry.
I don't. I don't. Because what you're saying is like, white people ask me weird
Question
questions about
either
black
either
people.
either questions about black culture, or they say, hey, you're the only black guy I trust asking this to. What's the deal with such and such?
Oh
And then they
yeah, they
ask you
probably.
about black culture.
Yeah, they probably don't ask me because I don't know anything about black culture, and they probably know I don't. So like, like asking me would be like asking like some white dude.
I mean, acting me is pretty much like a white dude too. But
Yeah.
but here's one of my stories. Like I used to work at a Planet Hollywood. So right in downtown Dallas, there's Planet Hollywood. I'm pretty sure that it might not still be there because I think they only have like some in like some major cities like Vegas or maybe in New York City. Now there was a cheerleader convention in town, so there's all these like hot like young chicks walking around like wearing fucking booty shorts and shit like that. And it's like this one random white guy, like I'm a host, and I'm like all the girls are there because they're waiting for a seat, waiting for their table. Like they order like a party of 20 or something like that. Now this one guy, he comes up to me. Here, I'm gonna even try to lower the music because I'm just like I gotta let this cat out of the bag.
What music?
Well, there's music going on if you ever watch the streams afterwards. So now what happens was he didn't pull me aside, but like I'm up at the host stand trying to do my job. He leans over to me and tells me, "Look at all these girls." I'm like that girl's godfather. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her. And that's all he said. And I'm like, "Why are you telling like why are you telling me this random fucking thing?" He's like, "They're so pretty. Like if I was young, I'd be fucking ramming them in left, right, and center." I'm like, "Are you okay?" Like like I really wanted to tell him like, "Why are
Wait, is
you
that what
telling me
he
this?"
said?
Dead fucking serious. Like I don't know if
I
he
thought.
thought I was looking at them in a lusty way because I was a host, but he like literally just told me, "Look at them. I'm that girl's goddaughter. She's like the prettiest one here. I would never do anything to harm her, and I would protect her with all my life. But if I was a young man, I'd, fucking like what?" It was the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, but that's not a black culture thing. That's just
But it's
weird.
still it's still something weird that he told me. I'm taking that he told me that because I'm a black guy. I don't know if he'd
No,
tell that
he
to a
just
white
told you
guy
that
though.
'cause he would have said it to any like hip younger looking dude.
But I was just like, okay, like
That's
I just
not.
had to smile and take and like grin and bear it.
But that's not a white black culture thing.
But I still
See,
think
if you
he
were
only
talking about
told me
stories
that.
like that, I
Uh,
might have stories like that. Because
okay,
that's just a.
just a random white guy telling a random black guy some shit that he
Yeah,
probably didn't need to be
well, I
telling
mean, a
anybody.
random dude telling another dude he thought you were hip.
But what did that have to do with the cheerleaders? Because I'm
Well, he's
hip,
like the
he's
dude.
telling
He's
me
a
that he
weird.
would do. There's nothing that he wouldn't do to protect his goddaughter. I'm like, that's nice, but who the fuck are you?
He's just a
Like,
weirdo.
I mean, to me, he was a white weirdo. He wasn't just a black weirdo. He was a white weirdo.
Well, yeah, but I don't. Black dudes aren't weird like that.
That's my point. That was a weird white situation that I don't think anybody else has
No,
ever
no, but
experienced.
that wasn't like that was just some a weird dude.
All right, so you say you got tons of those stories. Tell me
No,
one of
I'm saying
yours.
because that was just a story.
Anyway, going on. Tell me a weird story that somebody, total stranger, somebody talked to you.
I mean, I get weird stories all the time.
You have the floor. I'm asking you to tell me one of those stories.
Well, I mean, I guess I told you that there was this one chick. I was on a date with her, and she was like, oh yeah, she's like, well, I like, she's like, do you do meth? I'm
No, no,
like,
no.
no,
Fine.
no,
Okay, you already said that one. Have another. You say you got tons, so
oh,
you're on
but
the spot.
yeah, but I was
Say
telling that
another
one
story.
because that one I didn't do on the air, right?
Yes. No, we were recording.
Oh,
Yeah. So say another one. Okay. How about this? Let's say I didn't record it. So say it now. Explain it totally.
yeah. So she's like, do you do meth? I'm like, no, no, I don't do meth. And, and she's like, well, I'd like to do meth when I do chores. Because, I have like a baby, so I have to do meth. It helps me with my laundry and the
What?
dishes. And
But
I'm just
where
like,
were you when she told you that? On a date?
yeah, yeah. We were
What
just
the fuck?
we were just like drinking beer and having a steak. And I'm just eating. I'm thinking, I'm like, what the fuck?
Is this a
And
call girl? Was she an escort?
huh?
Was she an
No, no,
escort?
no, 'cause, no, like escorts would do shit like that. That was just weird. And like, cause it was like, she's like, do you do meth? And I looked at her, I was like, no, of course I don't do meth. Like, what the fuck?
Or I mean, she
Meth?
asked because she wants meth or she does meth.
I'm like, do I look like a Nazi fighter pilot or something? I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, I thought that was weird because she had nice teeth, right? So I was
Oh
like,
shit!
oh, yeah. I was like, well, how come you have nice teeth if you do meth? And
And then
she
she
just
did
told
you
me,
take them out? Or it's
no, no,
not?
she just told me that the meth doesn't do it. It's just people don't have hygiene, which I don't think is true.
No, I think that's true.
No, I think the meth also does it,
Oh, over
and like
time.
hygiene. Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, it was like I can think of another. This just I get those stories all the
Well,
time, man.
I've got another one.
All right.
Here's the deal. I was working at Bubblegum Shrimp Company at the time. One night, doing my regular thing, talking to guests and stuff like that, older white lady, I tell this joke all the time. Older white lady, she pulls me aside and says, "Excuse me, I just had a question. Is it true that in order to get dreads, you have to put manure in your hair?" I've never even heard of somebody doing that. And
I've
the
heard of
fact that
that.
you manure in your hair to get dreadlocks.
Well, I mean,
What is
like
the
it's
purpose?
I like mud or whatever. Like you put mud and beeswax and shit in there. Why not
Beeswax?
a little manure?
Because it's manure.
It's just a
So
little
it's going to
grass.
smell.
No, it's just grass.
Manure is not just grass.
Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of manure. But if it's like a horse manure, all it is grass, man. You can pick the shit up. It's just
So hold on.
grass. You fill it with your hair.
You know of you've seen people with dreads put manure in their hair to get the
No, but
dreads, or you
no,
ask
no,
them
but
later, "Oh, how do you do it?" "Oh, well, I
no, no,
grab some
but
fertilizer."
I've seen like people like use a manure for like mud and like rub it on their skin and stuff, you know. So like it's
No, but
not
what about dreads? Have you ever
no.
seen or
Well,
heard
I
of
don't
anybody
know
doing that?
anything about dreads. So like if someone said I put manure in my hair to make my dreads, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. That must be how you make dreads. Like it's not.
No, I mean I've never even heard about it. Heard it being done. I'm gonna now ask my
d-
hairdresser.
You
Does
never heard it
anybody
being
ask?
done?
Yeah, I
D
that's.
U N E.
Oh, this guy. You never heard of being dung? This guy. No, I've never heard. You should be a comedian with that one. That was a zinger right there. No, the thing is, like, like I know I tried beeswax when I first got dreads, and it seemed like it was taking too long. So like I took those out and I just literally braided
Yeah,
my hair
well, you know
and
what
then let it
happened?
hold. What?
Well, you forgot to add manure to your beeswax.
No,
See,
I did not.
that's why it
I did
didn't
not
work.
forget.
That's
I
why
did
it
not
didn't
forget.
work. You got to
No,
put the manure in it.
I did not forget. So, next story, sir. Next story.
Yeah. Well, see now, if I knew these were the kind of stories you wanted, I would have had a whole lot. But
What do you mean talking about? What are the stories? Oh, because it has to be about black culture. You said you didn't have
yeah,
stories.
yeah, but none of your things are really about black culture. Well, I guess dread culture,
Uh
but it
huh.
wasn't like. But it could have been like if you're a white dude with dreads.
I honestly don't know questions about black culture, and I
I
won't
mean,
be offended or something. I don't know.
I get that a lot, but I'm not offended, and I usually have like a discussion about it.
All
I'm like,
right.
well, yeah,
We'll discuss one of those stories.
like like baby mama shit, and like someone's like, you know, why do they use baby mama term? And I said,
Hmm.
well, because the black culture they're raised 75% of the time by a single mom,
Hmm.
so the baby mama is just the term.
But
But
what do you
like,
call a white baby mama? Still a baby mama.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but it comes from, I think it comes more from black
Hmm.
than the whites probably picked it up. That just doesn't seem like white slang. like white slang would be like fucking bastard, because that's what a bastard is.
Hmm.
So that yeah, they wouldn't like use baby mama. They just call their kids bastards or something.
All right. So,
Well,
but
I could be wrong. It could have started with the whites and went to the blacks, but I
I
really
don't think
assume
so. I think it came from the black culture.
that's.
There's
I mean,
more of
I would
them or
assume it did too. I don't know for a fact.
mm,
Never studied the
the origins
history
of.
of the baby mama.
All
Probably
right.
some rap.
So I had a this incident with the being homeless. Like I'm literally walking home from work. I know you already hear this story. So yeah, you're laughing your ass off. I'm walking home from work. I have an In-N-Out burger in my hand. I have my jacket on because when I'm in the warehouse, I might be sent into the freezer or got to work in the chiller all day long. So I have a heavy jacket on. I got a head wrap on. Eating my burger across the street. Across the street, a woman honks and then she rolls down the window. I'm like, okay, hi. She said, hey, excuse me. I have this drink. I'm not gonna drink the rest of it. Would you like it? And I'm like, hold on now. I felt like Agent Smith at the end of the Matrix when he's like, oh, I've seen this image before. It's like you were standing there and I was here and I was like, wait a minute. I've been in the car. I've seen this. I've seen this before. I've tried to give homeless people stuff when I'm heading home and I'm not gonna finish it. Like you think I'm homeless? I'm like, no. I said, just FYI, I'm actually going home right now. I'm not homeless, and now we can continue this conversation. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend. I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, it's too late. You've already offended me because you think I'm like I couldn't get a drink or something with my burger. So then she tries to justify it, but she keeps telling me, well, I see you with the burger, and I just figured that maybe you might want something to drink with it, but I had my water bottle right next to me, like I literally have it hanging on my backpack. So granted, maybe she didn't see the backpack. So I'm like, even so, I'm like, well, I'm not a soda person. I don't buy soda. Like I don't drink it a lot. Like I drink beer, but I mean, but yeah, when it comes to soda, I don't drink soda. So like I grab the burger. I'm like I don't need soda. I got my water bottle, so I don't need a cup of ice water either. So I was just like
She just thought she thought you were homeless. It's like
but
you're
what?
overthinking it.
Yeah, but like I'm not a homeless guy. Like I took out earbuds when for her to talk to me. So it's like,
So
well, how many
she
homeless
must
people do
have
you know who have earbuds? Not just like the
no. Well,
regular old
in
school freaking
LA, there's
thing.
probably a lot of them.
My I got cheap earbuds. They were like 50, $60. Like if she even thought I had Apple ones, that means I'd spent 180
No, that's
bucks
what
on
I mean.
earbuds.
You're just overthinking it. She just thought you were homeless. She didn't look at your earbuds, man.
But
Like
she still
she
pulled over to try and give me her
because
and
she
then
thought she either thought you were homeless
mhm.
or she thought she was hitting on you.
No, she was not hitting on me. I've never heard of a woman who tried to hit on a homeless guy by giving her a half drink, whatever the fuck it was. And it was lukewarm, so the ice was already melted. And it was like there's moisture on the cup. So it's like she
Reason the
really.
poor girl had no game, man. She was trying to
Well,
pick you up.
but
She
then
had
I
no
was thinking,
game.
well, she was trying to hit on me. How about she give me a ride? She wasn't trying to give me a ride. She didn't say, oh, hey, do you need a lift somewhere? That could have been a hit on situation. But yeah, but no, none of that. So 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 at least now I got
And she
material
didn't even
for the end of
she
time.
didn't even try to give you money. Like I would have been like, dude, what the fuck? You think I'm homeless? And you're gonna give me your drink? Not even a fucking dollar? Like what?
So then she thinks I'm homeless and I don't have a job.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm like, well, if you thought I was homeless,
Uh
you offered me a half drink of your soda, I think you
huh.
could,
Uh
I'm like, if you're gonna go help a homeless man, give
huh.
me $5,
So
For what? Like,
you wanna get
I don't
money
want.
out of her.
Yeah, I don't want helmet shoulder. I'm homeless.
So all right. So then what other story you got, sir? 'Cause like I said, I got tons of them, man.
You do?
Yes, but no, but we're going round robin style. That's why I wanted to start with JC. I guess he's gonna have to give us his stories another time.
It's so hard because what you're asking for is just like there's
Random
so
stories
much. Like you
about
gotta
you
narrow it down.
because you're a black person.
Yeah, I know, but it's not because you're a black person. Yours was because you had dreads, and then the other one was because you looked like a homeless man. If you were a white homeless man, I'm sure she would have offered you some drink too.
But my thing is like I've got good hygiene. I'm like I might have I have a weird mustache handlebar thing that I'm trying to work on. But other than that,
Like, dude, it looks like you haven't put like a razor or clippers to your face in like months.
whatever. I literally just shaved this off. I just shaved this off over the weekend because I had a show. I try to keep this going because I want a fucking handlebar mustache. I need to put more
Yeah, well, I
product in
mean,
it.
it looks like
What? What? What?
it just looks like it's just been growing. Like it looks like you've been living in the middle of the woods,
Well, fuck you,
and
sir.
with the face grows on you.
Hmm. Stories, sir. I hear you stalling. You say you got tons of stories, but now you have
Oh,
nothing.
yeah, because it's just so much. It's such you're asking to narrow it down. It's just
Hmm. You're telling me that
because
nobody comes up to you and asks you, "Hey, you're a black guy who I can trust, or you're a black guy who knows what's hip, or like you know a lot of white people. Like there's got to be some white guy out there who's
yeah, I know,
asked you,
but
"Hey, you're a
they do
black
that
guy.
all the time.
What's
But
the
it's
deal
just
with this?"
like the like walk around like, hey, dude, why do all the Black Lives Matter people burn their own shit?
There we go. That's what I
Yeah,
want to do. So people
yeah,
were
I know.
asking you why black lives people were burning or rioting in their own cities and stuff like that.
Yeah, burning their own shit,
Hmm.
and I'd say because they're mostly retarded.
This guy. Even a new episode where we got disconnected. You gotta throw in the R word,
No, I didn't. I
man.
didn't say that, but I was like, I don't. It's they're stupid, you know.
Hmm. Well, now I'm eating, so you gotta say something else about.
Uh, but yeah, but that's what I mean. They're not really usually funny. It's just like we just have some discussions, like
Hmm.
why do Black Lives Matter do shit like that? And I'm like, I don't know, because half of them are white people.
Well, I'm still eating this thing. So for me, I don't know if it's just because I'm in LA, but anytime like a black guy is in the news, they ask me, "What was he thinking?" Like Kanye. Why am I the person that they want to ask what Kanye was thinking when he said something or did something?
Are you like
I never
the
fucking
only?
understand
Are you the only black person in the room?
it. I apparently I am. I
No,
know I'm
I'm
not.
just asking.
No,
Is it?
but it's normally
Are
at
they
work.
just?
It's at
Hmm?
work. Like there's an artistic guy. I don't. I think he's. I'm the only black guy he can trust with asking about black culture.
Well, yeah,
So he
that's
asked me,
that.
"Hey,
I mean,
what's up with Kanye, man?" I'm like, "I don't freaking know. It's not like we're in a Facebook group
well,
with
yeah,
for
but that's
black
not.
people."
If he's autistic,
Hmm.
that's like, of course, because he really doesn't know,
Hmm.
and he's asking you, he's asking you for some help, man. He's like, dude, why is your black brother and so stupid?
But it's not like
And
I know him. I can
well, yeah,
explain
I
what
know, but
was going on in his life.
you gotta hope to do as much as you can. You gotta be like, when we were at the barbecue, the black barbecue last week.
See, it's like
Kanye he was talking to someone else, but I didn't really get a chance to.
I tried to eavesdrop, maybe
Yeah,
get
but
some
yeah,
gems. I know.
he was too busy with So I was like, hey, I'll see you next barbecue.
Yeah, I'll see you next week, K. Because I call him K. Because everybody else calls him Yay. Well, no.
uh,
But
I call
then,
him.
like, the similar thing happened to me when I used to work at Carl's Jr. There was a Hispanic lady there, Carmen. She was like a. She wasn't even like the. She wasn't like your typical Hispanic person. She like had blonde hair, so she was very light skinned. Like I think they call them strawberries, like reddish tones. But like she pulled me aside and said, "You're not like I expect other black people." And I'm just like, "You're not one of them." I don't understand what that means. Like, what do you mean like one of them? I don't understand how I'm supposed to take that as a compliment.
Well, I mean, it makes perfect sense to me.
What?
Like, I
When
mean,
somebody
a
says you're
lot of
not one
people,
of them?
yeah,
What is it one
because
of them?
they're talking like, the stereotypical urban, hip hop black gangster dude.
Hmm. Because apparently most of them fall into that category.
I mean,
It's like you've never told a white guy, hey, you're not one of them. You're not your typical white guy. Like what is?
well, I mean, I would if it was like Eminem. Like,
Oh, you think Eminem is not your typical white guy who
no,
listens
I
to hip
mean,
hop or
he, he's he's like a urban black dude.
I don't know. I know a lot of white guys who probably listen to urban music or who are into hip hop culture. Like I've noticed over the years,
Yeah, I know,
hip hop culture is not something black people can claim anymore. It's like we can't claim that
but
it's ours.
no, no, but it's different. I'm not talking hip hop culture.
Hmm.
This is like hip hop culture, like like they're like Japanese dudes, and also
Yeah.
like, but that
Breakdancing,
no,
yeah.
I'm talking. There's like that's like more fashion funniness, but there's like the urban culture, like people like who are like from like hood.
Okay.
Like
Impoverished, low income.
yeah, and there's like there if I met a white dude that was speaking like a hood black dude, I would say, hey, what's going on?
Wait, you trying to have an intervention with him? Like try
No,
to
no,
bring him to the white
no.
side?
Like I
Hey
would try
man,
to figure
what's
out.
wrong?
Yeah, like
Why are you
what's
here?
which no like what do you speak? What are you speaking? Like where are you from?
What
Like
is that? Is
why you
that
got an accent like a black
is
person?
is that the jive? Like airplane and shit.
It's like what's going on with how you speak? Where are you from?
How they do that day? This guy. So you don't have any weird stories like this? Like why is it I can go on and on about stories
Well,
of people
I told
asking
you
me?
about the one time, but I don't know if that's the story. Like, so I was in I'm from the Poconos, the mountains,
Hmm.
and this car drove and stopped, right, and I'm
Hmm.
standing in the woods, and the guy rolled down the window,
Wait,
and they
what were you
go,
doing in the woods?
well, I mean, it's the woods. That's like we play in the woods and shit.
So what
But
were you doing in the woods?
well, I was walking. It was a house party.
Okay.
I was just walking around, but like the house is surrounded by woods.
Hmm.
The car pulled up and they rolled down the window, right, and they look at me. They go, "Yo, you got any trees?"
Uh-huh.
And they were talking about drugs,
Yeah, like
but
weed.
yeah, but I didn't know. Like I looked at them, right, and I'm like, dude,
You looked around. There's trees everywhere.
yeah, no, I was like, dude, we're in the fucking forest. There's trees everywhere. Like what the fuck? They looked at me and they
Hmm.
kind of like drove away. And I remember I turned to the guys in the party. I was like, "Yo, those guys just asked me
There's trees in the fucking forest.
if we have any trees." And I'm like, "What?" And we were laughing.
Uh-huh.
But I remember like thinking that like now when I think back that they were probably saying the same shit about us.
What?
Like
Like, hey, he didn't know what
they
fuck
were
trees
laughing
was.
because they're like, those guys thought we were talking about the trees in the woods. Like, so like how I was making fun of them,
Yeah, for
they
the
were
same
probably
damn
making
thing.
fun of us.
Now I don't know why you wouldn't put that in a comic strip, because that sounds fucking hilarious. So,
Well, yeah, I forgot, but those stories, like, yeah, we have a lot of those stories.
uh, so now I got a similar thing. I don't smoke weed. I probably smoked weed in high school. I didn't have a good experience with it, so I really don't smoke weed. I've had edibles, which I've only started having in the past couple years. I'm standing at a bus stop, Hollywood and Highland. I have a red Christmas shirt of
I used to
Homer
live by
Simpson.
there.
Good for you. Want a cookie? But now, let me tell the story. So I'm wearing a red shirt. It has Homer Simpson with it in underwear, wearing with a mistletoe on his arm. A guy asked me, "Hey, you're the guy." I just paused. I'm like, "The guy for what?" Oh, no, 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 don't worry. I'm not a cop. Dude sent me from across the way, said you had some nugs to sell me. I was like, no, I don't even know what nugs are at the time. I'm like, you got the wrong guy, bro. No, no, no. He said you look for the guy in the red shirt. I'm like, he said a guy in a red shirt with a Homer Simpson fucking, mistletoe on his fucking shirt. It's like, dude, I'm not that fucking guy. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He keeps trying to get me. He keeps saying, I'm not a cop. I'm not a. I start telling him, hey, dude, I'm from fucking Texas, bro. I don't know what the fuck nugs are. If you're trying to fucking hit on me or something, we can fucking go right now. And that's when he leaves, because he realizes, like I didn't know what the fuck nugs were. I'm like, I've never fucking heard that term in my fucking life. I go home. I have a roommate at the time. He's a weed smoker. He loves smoking weed. I tell him the story. He's laughing his ass off. He's like, you didn't know what the fuck nugs were? I was like, oh my god. Like, I'm like, so what the fuck are they? It's fucking weed. He's asking for fucking weed. I was like, I didn't fucking know. Like, he smokes weed. I don't ask him what the fuck you call this shit anymore. Like, I figure he just goes to the place, hey, you got weed? Like, what the fuck? Or where the dubs at? I don't know. Now I know what fucking nugs are, and I'm just like, somebody else told him to go see a guy with dreads in a red
Yeah,
shirt.
no, I mean they had to be fucking with them. They saw you and
Uh-huh.
they're like, oh,
Oh yeah, he's the guy.
tell him,
Hey,
yeah.
he's probably gonna think you're a cop. Don't say hey, you're not a cop.
No, no, no. The guy, they were probably fucking with him,
Hmm.
and he's like, "Yo, can I get some? You guys got any nugs?" He's like, "No, that dude over there in the Santa Claus jacket, he's
No,
got the
I mean
nugs."
I just had a bright red shirt on with Homer Simpson. Like I don't see too many guys wearing that trying to sell
No,
drugs.
that's what I mean. That they had to be fucking with
Hmm.
the dude. Either he was their friend,
Hmm.
or he was like he went up to them first. You know?
Hmm. But I was just like, what? Like, cause I could understand it. Maybe if I was wearing just a red shirt that didn't have a bright fucking Homer Simpson like the cartoon logo on it. Like I'm like they told you to come to a guy wearing a bright ass shirt with a Homer Simpson on it. That's why I wear like bright clothes because I hate whenever I'm walking somewhere and cops say, "Hey, you fit the description." Like really? They said some black guy with dreads is wearing a white yellow or white green shirt is trying to rob a place. Like wouldn't I dressed in all black or something less discreet? That's why I wear bright
I've
clothes.
never I've never had that happen. That's
You've
happened
never
to you
been pulled
before?
over just all the fucking time, dude. It fucking pissed me off. Like,
Like
like,
you get pulled over based off of fitting a description a lot?
uh, not in a car. When I didn't have a car and I was taking the bus, like in the valley, and like late at night, I'd have to walk from the train station back to the house. Yeah, I'd get pulled over. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing out this late?" I'm like, "Walking home from work. I just got off of the train. Mind if we search your stuff?" I'm like, sure. Like I have a box cutter, not a box cutter, but a wine opener and clothes. That's it. So I'm like,
You
sure.
never you always say no.
Why?
But well, because like, well, say you had a box cutter, right?
Hmm. Well, I always have wine keys.
Yeah, well, put it this way: there was a dude that was working in a factory,
Hmm.
he had the box cutters. But in New York, if the cutters have a spring blade,
Uh huh.
they count as a weapon. And this dude
Even if
went
you
to
work
jail
at
for
a
5 years.
warehouse.
Yeah, he went to jail for like 5 years
Because of what?
because in New York at that time, uh, a box cutter with a spring load
Uh
was
huh.
considered like a switchblade. It was like a weapon.
Now, was this post 9/11 or before 9/11?
I don't know that.
Huh. Because he spent five. But hold on. How did he get stopped by the cops to begin with? Is my question. Because like
No,
that's not something you
well,
just see out. Oh, he's got a
no,
box
no, no.
cutter. Let me arrest him.
What happened was he got stopped for something like you did,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, "Can we search your car?"
Uh huh. And
And
they
he
found
said
that.
yes. He said yes because in his head he didn't do anything wrong.
Uh huh.
That's why when the cops say, "Can I search your car?" You say, "Fuck no."
Hmm. Well, hold on. I was walking, so I'm supposed to say, "Hey, do you mind if we search you?" I'm supposed to say, "Hell no," and then then
Well,
then we
no,
have a
no,
then we have a
don't,
longer interaction of what why can't we search you?
no, no, don't be a dick, but be like, no. And if they say, why won't you let me search you? It's because you say, because you need a warrant to search me.
Hmm.
Like this one time, the cop, I was doing Uber, right? So, I was taking a nap between shifts at like a Taco Bell at nighttime. It was like at 12,
Mm-hmm.
and the cop he like how they flash their
High beams, high
flashlight.
beams. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, he
flashlight.
flashed it in my face,
Uh huh.
and he like rolled down the window. He was asking me like, what am I doing and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, I was like, yeah, I'm Uber. And then he said, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, I was sleeping because you flashed a light in my face, to wake me up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, can I search your trunk? I was like, yeah, no, you can't search my trunk. Like that's crazy. You think I'm retarded?
You said that to him?
Yeah, like I mean, and his partner laughed at him because cause I wasn't being a dick about it, but I was like, yeah, yeah, nah, man.
next
Do
time,
I
next
look?
time, next time a cop asks you, please start using. You think I'm some kind of fanoink or something? That's a word I'm trying to get off the ground. Like
All
it's a
right.
word I totally made up.
No, yeah, I was just like, yeah,
You
like
think I'm a fanoink?
and his partner laughed,
Uh huh.
like because I
Get
thought
the fuck out of here.
no, yeah, I thought he was making a joke. Like, I thought he was trying to lighten the mood and making a joke.
uh Wait,
Like
you thought
search
it was
my.
lightening the mood by asking you to search your vehicle?
I thought he was making a joke.
Do you
He's
mind
like,
if I search your vehicle? Is a
he's
joke?
like, can I search your vehicle? And no, I mean, I'm just like in my head
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like that's so stupid. I thought he must be making a joke. I'm like, no, you can't search. What? Are you making a joke? That was a good one.
so,
Search my.
so, so that was the end of the interaction, or he asked you, well, why can't I search your vehicle, or do you
Oh
ask
no,
him, why do
yeah,
you need to
well,
search
yeah.
my
Then
vehicle?
well, I mean, I said, no, like you need a warrant. I mean, I wouldn't even like if he asked me why,
Mm.
like, well, because it's mine.
What? You say it's mine. That's it?
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't
Uh
say,
huh.
well, you need a reason to search my vehicle? You
No,
wouldn't go more technical?
I'd say because it's my shit.
Mm.
You can't look at my shit
Mm.
without a warrant. Like what? Get the fuck out of here.
Huh.
but but yeah, his partner laughed,
Mm.
and then like the sergeant came over, and oh, it was like the one time I got pulled over, and the guy he goes, where are you going, right? And I pointed straight. I'm like, I'm going that way, right?
You're
Like,
going that way?
yeah, like they're like, what? What kind of question is that? What else
Like
am
you
I
say
going? You
home,
can't be going
No, you say home, work, girl's house. You be more descriptive, but you're not trying to
And
give up
then,
that information.
and then he
Uh,
asked me. He said, "Where are you from?" I said,
Here, did you
"No."
point down? I'm from right here.
I said, "I'm from everywhere, but nowhere at all."
I'm surprised you didn't just get tased on the spot for being a fucking nut. Like what? I'm from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Like you sound like
I
fucking Batman.
I said, "I'm from everywhere, but nowhere at all."
Is that a line from a book? It
No,
sounds fucking.
it was just like how I was feeling
Uh
when he
huh.
asked.
Uh huh.
That's just how I felt.
And did he slowly back away and try to get back up or
No, no.
something?
So then he called back up,
Yeah, he sounded like okay. We got a 5150 here.
and the sergeant came over
Hmm.
to me, and he said, "Stop fucking with my rookie."
Yeah. Wow. What did he try to stop you for anyway? You don't know.
I was I was going too slow.
Oh, you were driving.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never actually been pulled over or heard of anybody getting pulled over for driving slow. And
Well,
you weren't high. Were you high at the time? Like, why were you driving slow?
I was just I didn't know where I was,
Uh.
and this was before GPS. This was
Okay.
MapQuest days.
Oh boy,
So
Thomas Guide and shit.
I'm looking at this map. Like I had one time the cop pulled me over. He's like, "Where you going?" I'm like, I pointed at the map quest. I'm like,
I'm
"That's
gonna
where,"
get there.
and he said, "But that's not the best route to get there."
Mm.
And I was like, "Well, the reason why I have the map is because I don't know where the fuck I'm going. So I don't know which was the
Uh-huh.
best route. I just know
Yeah.
the route that's right here."
Uh.
And then he said, "Do you have anything on you?" And I said, "No, I just got this a pipe right here."
Mm.
But I was
Whoa.
like, but it was a tobacco pipe. It was
Oh,
just
this
funny.
guy.
Yeah, but it looked like weed though, because you know when you get loose tobacco, they
Mm.
give it to you in the Ziploc bags.
Well, yeah. Okay. I don't ever get this tobacco, so yeah, I would not know. So I think that's it for the night, dude. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's like 11 o'clock. We've been going for a couple
Why
hours.
why didn't you want to talk about the Whoopi Goldberg thing?
I don't know. Well, mainly I think because it was, bit off topic. I mean, we were just talking about Neil Young. Like, did she get fired because of something that you said about Neil Young or Spotify? Like, why'd she get fired?
Well, she got she said something about um the Holocaust wasn't about race,
Huh?
and
That's an interesting stance.
then she said Jews or white people. So she said it was just two white people fighting each other.
Wait, she said Jews are white people or Jews aren't white
Yeah,
people?
no, they are.
Aren't they?
Well, I don't know. Apparently, it depends. I thought they are. I think they are. But like, if you're like a white supremacist,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't think they are.
Hmm. Well, all right. Well,
I
I
don't know.
don't know. I don't know. I don't think JC will be on next week because he's got to talk to his warden just about every time he wants some visitation or something. So yeah, we
When
might
is
bring
the
that.
Super Bowl?
Huh? The Super Bowl's in 2 weeks. Every after the playoffs, it's always 2 weeks after.
No, no, but that's the thing. It's not. It was. It it wasn't always 2 weeks,
But it's been
and
that way
now
for a while.
for like 15 years. But now there's an extra game. So
Hmm.
this would have the Super Bowl would have been this weekend, but because it was an extra game, it's not. So I
Wait,
wasn't
why
sure
would
they were
wait?
doing.
Hold on, hold on. If it was just an extra game and the Super Bowl is always 2 weeks from the last game of the playoffs, how is it that this week would be the no? Yeah, I don't see how that is
Well, no.
because it would
So
only.
everything was. everything was pushed. Like this last week that we saw the playoffs,
Uh huh.
that would have been the Pro Bowl, and this week coming up would have
Okay,
been the
yeah,
Super
yeah, yeah.
Bowl.
Because of whatever reason. So
Yeah,
yeah, because it's
so
coming in two
that's
weeks.
why I
So
didn't know what was
February
happening. If
13th.
they're adding another week, or if they're just doing it this week.
No, no, it's February 13th. So 2 weeks
All right, and
from Sunday.
so are they doing a Pro Bowl this week then?
Yeah, I mean, Sunday.
There is a Pro Bowl.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out. Why wouldn't? Why would there not be now?
Well, it's just everything's different because of the
Everything just was pushed back 2 weeks. That's it.
well, yeah, it just felt different.
I mean, yeah, it does feel like it's been a little longer, but yeah, yeah. February 6th is the Pro Bowl. I don't
All right.
really care about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I don't watch it,
Yeah,
but
but all right. So this is Ish the Comics signing off for the lovely White People Chronicles episode 30. I can't believe we've been doing 30 of these. I'm getting used to editing more, so I'll definitely try to chop this one up because I'm gonna need to since we disconnected halfway, not even halfway through, near the end of the lovely stream. Still trying to get more people in here. So yeah, I don't know why we had people at one time, but now nobody's been able to find us. I know because I had to upload straight from Zoom for a
well,
while there. So
I
yeah,
told you was did I tell you there was something wrong with your profile?
yeah, something about a link or something like that.
Uh huh.
Well, I corrected that, but
Oh, so what?
the link that I'm sending them to, I don't know if it matters what it is. I don't know if it's the YouTube or just the link to my yeah, it's a link to my YouTube. So
All
I don't know
right.
what link you wanted me to put up there.
No, no. Before
Twitch?
it just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. But all right, so tell them where they can find you, Nate the Great. And I don't know why you still have the JD Chance the Third name up here if you're going by
Oh, because
Nate.
that's well, Nate, that was just that one day, but you guys just kept doing it.
Because there's JC and JD. It's gonna be hard for me. Probably gonna. Oh, you're talking to JC. Oh, you're talking to
Oh,
JD.
you
That's
can
why I'm
just
trying
say
to
yeah,
differentiate.
yeah. Nate is fine, but
Yeah.
but that's just John Doe Chance is my name everywhere.
Well, add slash Nate or something to the Zoom thing, because people are gonna be like, "Who the hell is Nate? Who the hell is the Nate guy they're talking about?"
Oh, because it's oh yeah.
But yeah. But all right. Hopefully T Rex. I don't know what happened to him. He didn't say he wasn't gonna come. He said he was coming. But yeah. Next week. Oh, I think I could already talk about next week's topic. Next week's topic is gonna be, or title is gonna be, "So I Know a Guy." We're gonna talk about hypothetical people that we know who've done some crazy things over the course of their life. So yeah, tune in. You're gonna hear lovely people that we know, wink wink, who've done some crazy stuff. So
I've probably
peace
done
out.
the craziest stuff out of all the people I know.
Well, out of the people you know here, maybe, but I think I could give you a run for your money. So as always, folks, good fight and good night. And I believe Nate is munching on some chips, but he's gonna say,
What's the affiliate? Yes.
"There you go." Peace out, folks. See you next week. Bam. So all right. So they're watching the lovely end credits or end scene here. So yeah, I think we kind of we were stumbling over each other a lot. So I don't know.
Um, I still that Supreme Court stuff. How how can he say that's not racist? There's two, I think. Well,